There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. We own them. We own them. Get 300. Get 300. Mike 55.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll get that one complete to Connor. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
319. They can't hang with us. Check four. Run right. Jump out.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. First carry for James Conner. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's 3rd down and 5.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down.
Right there. 54, right there.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
58. Mike 54. Push him back. SOS.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 yards there and a first down. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside.
And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. James Conner, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Right, 180. Check, Mike 42. What's the run?
A first carry now for Wendell Smallwood. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Smallwood running right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Zadarius Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right?
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Taco Charlton. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a draw play. This is Conner. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43.
That's good for the Packers. First down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Conner. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. Hey, check 26. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey, check 26.
To throw is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
In your face.
On first down, it's Connor. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. There's Foles. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down. First down, a run with Smallwood. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Smallwood. He's got it on the draw. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Yeah, go, let's go.
Foles going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They'll run on 1st down. Smallwood. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Let's go! Set the tone, defense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
180. Cover 5-3.
Now Foles. And he finds Cook. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Cook following the penalty. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd down and goal. Foles eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dylan Mitchell, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
58. Check 55 to Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Back to Mike. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check right. Watching your side. It's been a long day for you.
On play action. Now Rodgers going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Johnson the intended target, and it's third down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Let's get that ball. 50. 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey. Mike 7.
The final shot before half for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Here we go. 180. Watch right. It's our time.
He'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run with Smallwood. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 9. Foles. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Again, it's Smallwood. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught by Treadwell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a give running right. It's Smallwood. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. They start with a give to counter. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Again, a run with Connor. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go. Kill. 26. Kill.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
26. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's taken down inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 28.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Box it. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone.
Jump out!
Now it's counter. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check. Fresno.
Now a toss. This is counter. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now counter. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Bailey's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Let's go!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
3rd down, it's Wendell Smallwood. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect the pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Foles now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Yes. Under. Nice 42. Yes.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 34. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Carlson on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Hey, 626. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, dude. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19.
Here we go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Green Bay, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they're
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Stay packing, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game.